Xiao Hu's parents nodded vigorously, agreeing repeatedly. Once the white light faded, they hurried back to the village, gathering a few brave young men, armed with tools to return to the shrine. Cautiously, they descended into the well and found the long-buried bones of the sisters, wrapping them in cloth before bringing them outside. They chose a suitable spot on a nearby hillside and buried the bones, erecting a tombstone and offering food in sincere worship. After completing this, Xiao Hu's condition gradually improved, and he recovered completely within a few days. Following this incident, the people of Qingping Town grew increasingly reverent toward the shrine, often coming to burn incense and pray for safety. The abandoned shrine continued to stand silently in the mountains, witnessing the passage of time. But after that day, no more strange occurrences were reported, as if everything had settled into dust. As time passed, a century flew by, and Qingping Town had transformed beyond recognition, weathering numerous natural disasters and changes in dynasty, causing the stories of the past to fade from memory. A young painter named Doorrrrrrrrrr arrived in the town, free-spirited and fond of traveling. Hearing of the beautiful natural scenery around Qingping Town, he came in search of inspiration. After settling in the town, Doorrrrrrrr would carry his easel daily, wandering through the mountains in search of creative ideas. One day, like Xiao Hu before him, he accidentally discovered the path leading to the abandoned shrine. Filled with curiosity, Doorrrrrrr followed the path and soon found himself before the legendary shrine. Now, after a century of rain and wind, the shrine had fallen into an even more dilapidated state. The door was hanging by a thread, the roof tiles had fallen off in large patches, and the walls were overrun with moss and vines. Yet Doorrrrrr felt he had struck gold, sensing a mysterious artistic energy in the shrine and deciding to paint there. He set up his easel, mixed his paints, and immersed himself in capturing every detail of the shrine. As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the shrine, he became completely absorbed in his work, losing track of time. When night fell and the moonlight poured down like water, Doorrrrrr finally realized it was time to head back to town. He packed up his supplies and stood to leave, only to find that the shrine's door had mysteriously closed. He pushed against it, but it wouldn't budge. A wave of foreboding washed over him as he looked around, the trees in the moonlight resembling monstrous claws, and the wind howled, as if countless vengeful spirits were whispering. Taking a deep breath to calm himself, Doorrrrrr went around to the shrine's backyard to look for another exit. As he reached the dry well, he heard a familiar rustling sound from below. His scalp tingled. He recalled the legends about the shrine and felt a sense of dread. Suddenly, a pale hand reached up from the well, grabbing his ankle, followed by a mournful voice from below. "Why do you disturb our peace again?" Terrified, Doorrrrr struggled to free himself, but the grip was incredibly strong. In a panic, Doorrrrr spotted his easel and paints on the ground. Thinking quickly, he grabbed some paint and threw it down the well, shouting, "I mean, no offense. I was simply drawn here by the beauty of the place to paint. Please spare me." The paint splashed into the well, and pained groans echoed up from below, causing the hand to loosen its grip. Not daring to linger, Doorrrrr turned and ran out of the shrine, stumbling and falling repeatedly. When he finally reached the path, he found the weeds on either side had grown wild, creating a labyrinth that made it hard to find the exit. Just when he felt despair, a light appeared ahead, seeming like a lifeline, and he rushed toward it. As he got closer, he saw it was an old man carrying a lantern. The old man had a kind face, but his eyes held a hint of mystery. "Young man, what are you doing out here so late?" he asked. Breathless, Doorrrrr recounted his experience to the old man. After listening, the old man frowned slightly, saying, "You foolish boy, that shrine is not a place to enter casually. Come, follow me. I'll take you back to town." Feeling immensely grateful, Doorrrrr followed the old man back to Qingping Town. Once home, Doorrrrr fell seriously ill, bedridden for several days before gradually recovering. After regaining his health, he became more cautious, understanding that some mysterious forces should not be trifled with. From then on, he left Qingping Town, embarking on new journeys, but the terrifying experience in the shrine remained an unforgettable nightmare, serving as a constant reminder to him to respect the unknown and the natural world. Doorrrrrrrrr stood at the edge of the forest, the weight of his terrifying experience lingering in his mind. The shrine, once a place of reverence, had morphed into a dark memory, a reminder of the unknown forces that lurked in the world. He took a deep breath, feeling the chill of the air, as he resolved to respect the mysteries of nature and the spirits that dwelled within it. But just as he turned to leave, a whispering wind rustled through the trees, carrying a familiar voice, a voice that called his name. Heart racing, he glanced back at the shrine, its entrance now shrouded in an eerie glow. Could it be that the horrors he thought were behind him were merely lying in wait, ready to claim him once more?
The story may seem over, but the darkness never truly sleeps. Will Doorrrrrrrr escape its grasp, or will he return to the shrine? Only time will tell.